like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane, it's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. I send the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it, I up all the pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
There we go. Mediocre, how you doing, amigo?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing swell. Just trying to get this screen set up. I don't want this source here. Get rid of this. Restream. You made it more complicated. Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving. Don't forget the market is closed tomorrow, Thursday, and half a day on Friday. So probably be a quiet day on Friday. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to spend time with your family and loved ones. And if not, check in here. We'll probably be around this weekend. Maybe not tomorrow, but we'll see. Mediocre, you got any big plans?
Nah, just we do the home cooked meal. The wife does a good job. She's a very good cook. We usually get some company that comes over every Thanksgiving. All my kids come home and all that. So it's a good time. Thanksgiving Day.
Mikey, what's up? Mikey says, why no more mass? He's invited anytime. We don't hear from him much anymore. Mediocre, I don't know if I told you, I did, that night we did the election coverage.
Yeah.
And I think he was streaming that as well. The next day I checked my phone and I had a text message from him before we went live. It said, hey, what are you doing tonight? So if I would have seen that, we could have had him on with us, but I didn't see it. And he didn't call me. Like I didn't hear the text beep.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's welcome back anytime.
I like Mass. He's a good dude.
Huck's dad, happy Thanksgiving.
I got my turkey already. He just told you guys eat pizza.
Let me take myself off the screen so they
He's saying eat pizza. He don't want you to eat no freaking turkey. Tough turkey. We're eating you, right, Tony?
I was watching some of those TikTok videos replayed from years past of the parents who put a Cornish hen inside the turkey, and then they were having their daughters help carve it up, and they're like, "What is this inside? What is this?" And the daughters, the little girls, are like, "Oh my God, she was pregnant! I can't!" And they run away all disgusted. That was pretty funny. You ever played a trick like that on your family, Mediocre?
I haven't done that one, but I thought about it. But they're older now, so I can't really do it.
So we're going to talk about a couple of tickers today, AMC and GameStop at least, because they've been interesting. Maybe we'll talk about the trades we did this week. I've mostly been doing day trading. I probably do a recap video over the weekend to talk about any specific day trades that I did, because you know how day trading is, Mediocre. I don't even really look at the ticker other than, is it moving right now? Can I get him for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an
I
hour
could do
maybe?
it today.
No DD on the company other than what's the market cap, what's the float size, what's the news that's making it run. Because I don't care about the financials on a day trade. I'm in and out, and so I don't
Right.
often remember the tickers. A couple days later, but I can go back and look at my trading records and do a recap video for you guys. Why I entered, why I exited. But we did have some other plays besides day trades. We had Archer last week. We had Lunar. What was the one this week? Sava? No, Sava we did not go in because we looked into that one over the weekend and decided it was shit. And then it ended up going down on Monday, mediocre, about 85%?
Sorry, phone's ringing. I'm trying to.
No worries.
Stop.
Sava is a biopharma company that is
Sava.
working on Alzheimer's. And we were just looking at it, looking at high volatility plays, selling options on it. And we went round and round for days, Saturday and Sunday, watched investor presentations, interviews with the CEO, analysts, everything.
Yeah.
Scientists, so we couldn't analyze the results. I saw later that Martin Shkreli, mediocre, had been tweeting for a long time that the science here was fucked up. But we kind of figured that the science was fucked up when the previous CEO was indicted by the SEC.
No, the doctor was Dr. Wong.
That was a good warning sign to pay attention to, guys, if you were listening to social media pumps when your phase 2 CEO gets in trouble with the SEC, that maybe you ought to manage your risk. But people went into it, Dick's hanging out at $30 a share and it got smashed down to $3 in like a couple minutes when
it didn't take long.
They released their new study results Monday in pre-market and it got crushed. I looked at buying puts on it, but the IV was so high. I was like, well, what if they don't release results this week? I mean, it's a holiday week. Surely they're not going to do that, mediocre, but they did.
That was one of our discussions, wasn't it?
We always have a ton of risk management discussions. If we do this, then what? If we do this, then what? And sometimes some of us will go in a play and others won't, depending on their risk tolerance. But I told my Discord on Sunday night I was not going to touch this play. Too risky for me. But we still put it out there for people to look at.
I looked at it. I was going to do something, but I was waiting to see, and I'm glad the news came out in the pre-market Monday morning. I'll just say that. But I had a definitive risk. You know what I mean? I knew what I was willing to lose, and luckily I didn't have to lose anything.
And what was the other ticker that we tweeted out yesterday that everybody cleaned up on?
AMBA.
Oh yeah, AMBA. We did the DD on that one over the weekend. We decided that they had earnings coming up this week. It was another high IV play, and we looked at it and we kind of came to the conclusion that the downside risk was minimal. Selling puts was a good idea. You could have bought calls on it, but again, if it didn't moon, then you're paying really high IV to buy calls. We'd much prefer to be sellers of options.
Yeah.
So
puts on it.
The big play there was selling puts. You made 4 figures in 2 days on that one, right, mediocre?
Yeah. I mean, I got to wait till Friday for it to, complete. I mean, I could buy it back today for a profit, but I want all of it because I know it's going to, whoever bought that.
I just want to be clear. You're not making pennies per day or $1 per trade. You're making thousands of dollars in a couple days on one ticker that we talk about in the Discord.
Absolutely.
And that's how we spend our weekends, is all right, what's going to be the play next week? And we have a team. I call it a team. It's really just folks like you guys that have been trading for a while, and all of us have our different areas of expertise. And then we throw ideas into the ring, and everybody takes their level of expertise, their area of expertise, and we all crunch it together.
Yeah, we pick at it to see if it'll hold the smell test.
Will
or
it
whatever.
hold the scrutiny of
Yeah,
this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy? And if
exactly.
anyone can raise a red flag, and all red flags are listened to, and then we make a decision. But the track record's been pretty good, mediocre.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy.
I had that play on Archer Archer last week. I made 500% on my call options. I had a $6 strike.
Archer was another play for this week.
I know.
It came
I
up,
mean,
but
$8. It went to 8.48 today. And I mean, I'm not sad because I made 500% in 5 days on that play. And I didn't enter the play to exercise the options. You know how we roll, mediocre.
yeah,
I was not trying to buy Archer because I haven't finished my deep dive. It's been on my radar for over a year, but I need to do my complete due diligence before I want to own the shares. But it wouldn't have been bad. It wouldn't have been bad to take the exercise at 6 and enjoy the run up to 8.48 today. But that's okay. I mean, we don't ever cry about lost profits. If you made a profit, be happy that you made a profit.
that's right.
500% in 5 days is not anything to be ashamed about.
No, it's like Lunar. I'm waiting for a re-entry in on that one. Right.
Lunar came down a little bit today.
It did. I did a day trade today on it, but I mean, I want it to come down so I could take a nice chunk at it. You know what I want to do.
Yeah. Let me put up the stock chart, and let's talk about a couple tickers. Add source. All right, here is Lunar. Now, we started calling this one out mediocre in September. I mean, we've had people playing it for a long time, but
yeah,
we started calling it out with more urgency in September for folks to take a look at it and consider it. It ran, it was trading in the $5 or $6 range then. It popped up to 7 to 9. And the play was, people were doing a variety of things, selling puts, buying shares, and selling covered calls, all pieces of the wheel strategy. All of that worked out fantastic. I think everybody that had sold calls lost their shares eventually, right, mediocre, with this last run up.
Yeah.
But that is part of our strategy. When we buy shares and we sell covered calls on them, you're selling those calls at a strike price that you don't quite think it will get to. But if it does, you're perfectly happy to take an exit, because not only did you make a killing selling the calls, but you're making a decent profit within 5 or 10 days on the shares also.
Yeah.
And then today, I noticed it was coming back down. So as it pulls back, we might start looking at Lunar again. But their launch got pushed to what? Late January, early Feb?
Yeah, early February, I think it is. I haven't found the exact date yet, but they don't usually release that till you get closer because they need a good clear sky or whatever.
Yeah, they need the window, the launch window.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly what they're looking for, but they never give a definitive date until we get closer to it so they can nail it down.
Let me get the chat window up here. And let's look next. Oh, let me throw Archer up here, ACHR. Archer and Joby, Joby, are two tickers that I want you all to have on your watch list for the next couple of years. These are EV air taxi companies. Now, much like many other EV companies, they're probably going to require additional capital. So that's why I'm not like jumping in to own Archer at $8. You know what I'm saying, Mediocre?
Yeah.
They're going to require additional capital, meaning dilution or debt. And so my guess is there'll be some pullback when that happens. Right now, they're getting a lot of pump, which is awesome for the bulls. Once I finish my DD, I'll make a video and give you guys some more of my thoughts on that. But I like these companies, Archer and Joby, for the next couple of years. I don't know at what price. I don't know yet at what price I like them.
I don't know a lot about them. I just noticed that it did come up in my criteria.
They are making headway with the FAA to get permitted, and they have factories and they have actual flying aircraft. It'll be an air taxi that will be primarily used in the beginning anyways to take you from like the downtown Manhattan to JFK in a couple, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and bypass an hour of traffic. EV air taxi. Now, why is that better than a helicopter? Maybe that's something that we discuss in the video. Is EV better than a helicopter? I don't know. But anyways, fantastic price action, and I had good timing on that. I got in with my call options when it was at around $5. Let's pull up GameStop, Mediocre. This one's been on fire.
Play the song.
Oh, the song. Yeah, let's play our GameStop song. The day I released this song, Mediocre, was the day that GameStop started running. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to take full credit.
It was close, yeah.
Let's roll the music.
Up and to the right. Up and to the right. Up and to the right.
Hello, millionaires. Short squeeze plays where fortune flip. GameStop's journey, an epic trip. From humble roots to the moon we fly. A company's dream will amplify. Ready warriors, keyboards in hand. With their eyes on the prize, they took a stand. No one's selling, we're here to fight. How does it go? Up and to the right. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. GameStop's on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar, masses in sight. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. GameStop's on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar, more asses in sight. Hedge funds trembling, Kenny's in shock. GameStop stock, you'll never stop. From diamond hands to rocket ships, we're not selling, we buy every dip. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. Up and to the right, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Up and to the right, more asses in sight. Billions in cash on the balance sheet, we will win even if they cheat. Dilute us more, we don't care. Book value grows with every share. The doubters say it can't be done, but the retail army we've already won. With every share we'll never stop. Investors say we love the stock. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. GameStop's on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar. Up and to the right. Up and to the right. We're in for the ride. Together we'll soar. Up and to the right.
Surprise!
We're gonna win.
All right, we're gonna win, mediocre. I just want to remind you guys: never buy a stock because of a music video.
Yeah.
And I do not own any GameStop. I have some call options just in case, but GameStop is overvalued based on what we know of their future, their 12-month forward earnings. The price action on it has been beautiful, and congrats to everybody who's making money. Don't forget to take some profits along the table. This is mediocre. I think the run up into earnings, which they announced today. It'll be on Tuesday, December 10th, if I remember correctly.
Oof, that's close.
Yeah, about 2 weeks. What? Not even 2 weeks away. And GameStop sold off their stores in Italy. I pay a lot of attention. A lot of people think I don't pay attention to GameStop, mediocre, but there is also a all managers must report to the stores all hands meeting on January 2nd and 3rd, or 2nd or 3rd, in which they are anticipating, according to what I'm reading, a massive layoff and store closure announcement. That is just speculation, but that is the word on the street. So if you are able to make money in this run up, if it was me, mediocre, if I was in GameStop at $10 a
Hold on,
share,
hold on. Let me ask you a question.
I'd be unloading and taking off some profits and letting a little bit ride for fun.
Let me ask you a question, Tony.
Mm.
Would you do it before the earnings call, or would you wait till after?
I've been swing trading GameStop for 2 years, mediocre. Every time I sell before the earnings call. Because you got to weigh the odds. What are the odds that it's going to be a miss versus a blowout beat? You make your own decisions, guys. I don't care what you do, but I don't want to see anybody get blasted down if it's not good news. And the one thing that will make it blast off is any good news. Any good news. Right now we're moving up on no news. So if they add good news to it, it could rock it up. Sure, absolutely. But what's the good news going to be? That's your speculation. That is your bet. You guys do whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
Do you think Ryan Cohen's going to add more money onto the balance sheet?
Do I think he's going to tap the equity market?
Yeah.
The higher it goes, the more higher the probability I think that is likely to happen. But I don't know why. Why would he do that? Because he hasn't really announced any plan. We do have some thoughts about what is going on with the cash on the balance sheet and the new board member, Nat Turner. We have some thoughts. I'm trying to be nice right now. If you're in my Discord, if I talk to you every day, you already know, but I'm trying to be nice on social media. We'll just wait and see. I don't want to ruin the run up here for anybody. All I'm going to say is I don't want to hear any crying if some announcement comes out and the price comes down. GameStop should not, despite what these social media pumpers tell you, be valued at 2, 3, 5x book value. Book value is the value of the company. Cash is only worth cash. There's no multiple where you can say the book value is $12 a share, therefore GameStop should be worth 48. No. You don't multiply book value times anything to create a share price. Book value is what it's worth if it was liquidated in bankruptcy. I'm not saying GameStop's going bankrupt. There's zero bankruptcy thesis here. But the value of GameStop shares should be calculated on expectations of future earnings. And they have really no earnings. And even if we add in the interest from the billions of cash they have, the highest price I could come up with was a fraction of what it is right now based on earnings. So the announcement I want to hear from Ryan is we're gonna triple the expected earnings, quadruple them. Then maybe we get a valuation that justifies this price. Right now we're sitting at what? A PE ratio of 240. A inconvenient thing that nobody that covers GameStop will talk about. Based on the price to earnings ratio, it is wildly overvalued. And I'm not saying that to scare any of you guys. I'm telling you that at some point these shorts are going to come in this play because it is getting overvalued.
But Tony,
They're not in this play right now. The shorts are not in this play. I can see short interest reports.
I was told
10%.
naked shorts, Tony.
Huh?
I was told naked shorts.
There's no fucking shorts in GameStop.
Then what's the manipulation then, Tony? What is it?
Oh, you're going to see manipulation when they come in. You're going to see the price tank real quick.
Oh man.
But you know, I don't know why, you know, really why would any short be in GameStop? They're not going bankrupt. That's why the short interest dropped. They have billions of dollars. They're practically break even on operations, and they have billions of dollars. There's no bankruptcy thesis here. It's a stupid short. But the higher the price goes, farther and farther away from fair value, they're gonna come in eventually. When the buying pressure from retail and institutions reaches a peak, or you know, if there's some news that's not very good in this upcoming earnings, they're going to come in. So I'm going to be praying every night for you guys that Ryan has good news in 2 weeks. I don't care. I don't hate GameStop. I love to see you guys make money. I hope you're being smart about this play. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you know how many other plays I can make money in?
Yeah, because I talk to you every day and we make money. And I mean, I play GameStop mediocre. It's not a bad play. But the higher it goes, the riskier it gets also. Because there's no fundamental that I can tether this price to. There's no earnings to tether the price to. This is a untethered run-up, which is exciting. And it gets a lot of hype. I get it. It's a beautiful thing. Let it run. I want to see you guys make some sensible decisions. This is not the channel where I'm going to tell you I'm buying it every day at every price and I'm never going to sell. That's just dumb. Make some fucking money if you're here to make money. Make some money.
Are you buying AMC every day?
No.
Why not, Tony?
I went over that in my video on Sunday.
I'm going to apologize to everybody. I'm just going to tell you, I'm just trying to have a good time tonight. I don't, you know, it is what it is. So don't, I'm just being a smart ass.
I said mediocre for me. AMC 2024 is a swing trade year only. And I meant that. And we're not out of 2024 yet.
Yeah, I'm not in AMC either, to be honest with you. You know that. And I even made a video and I told everybody that I wasn't in it.
Henhouse says, thanks for the advice. I just bought more GME. Good. I mean, I wish you guys all the best. If you want to buy it, I don't care. I don't care. I see people every day crying, committing suicide, losing their houses and their wives and their spouses because they overpaid for something and then it crashed. And it gets really old seeing that. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to be the guy that's telling you buy GameStop every day at any price and you're going to be fine. Maybe you will. I hope you do. But if it comes crashing down, it's because it is untethered from fair value right now. And anybody that's telling you otherwise is a fool, or they're lying to you on purpose.
Tony, I heard you were best friends with Kenny G.
Oh, man. If I saw that guy, I'd probably punch him in the face, mediocre.
Hawkeye's the one passing the rumor around.
I'm not a big fan of Kenny G or any shorts. Let's see. Do we have any other questions about GameStop? Enjoy the run up. The chart looks good, mediocre. Let's put it on full screen. The chart does look good, right?
I mean, it looks good right now.
If
I mean, yeah.
we're above every moving average. Let's be positive here. We're above every moving average. It broke through the supply zone. It's in uncharted territory. There's nothing bad I can say about this chart. It's a beautiful chart.
It is.
But you have earnings on December 10th. So you have I think you probably have a couple weeks to think about it.
And don't worry, Tony, if this thing starts to run on fucking earnings day because of good news, I'm not going to miss it.
Well, I have some $40 calls just in case, mediocre. I'm not going to buy GameStop at $32, but I will if it runs up. I got some cheap calls. Hang on, I'm going to refill my beer.
Go for it. Oh, we know we're just busting you guys.
I'm not an idiot. I can read a chart, mediocre. The chart looks fucking good.
Oh yeah, it does look real good. I like it. I mean, I'm not interested in enter. The chart does look good though.
All right.
I'm going to read some of these chats.
Let me put the chat overlay back up.
Jim Eagle says crypto is his new obsession.
Crypto's been a fantastic play too. I've been talking to the crypto cowboy, mediocre. He's been making bank. Finally, his day has come.
I mean, I've been hearing a lot about XRP and some of these other ones, and I'm actually going to take some money and actually throw it on to something. I'm just waiting, but I'm not a big crypto guy. I don't know. That would require me to use Webull or some other brokerage to trade it.
Let's put up the AMC chart and talk about that real quick. I haven't even really been looking at it. So 497. All right, let's see. Let me get this chat off of here again just for a second so we can really see the chart. Enter full screen. No.
I mean, that chart looks pretty good too, to be honest. I don't know what happened with Tony, you guys. Can you hear me?
Could you not hear me because I minimized us?
Yeah, we didn't hear anything. I didn't hear you. I don't know if that...
I was trying to turn off, I was trying to maximize the screen. All right, that's probably better, right?
Yeah, I could hear you. You hear me?
Yeah. I was just saying the AMC chart is looking good also, above all the moving averages, but we still have this supply zone up here around 550.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about 566.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I'm letting a few more people come in the chat. I was saying that, you and I have been talking for a while that as the big movies that were to begin mid-November through end of December started hitting, that some run up in AMC's price, that we were expecting it. And the AMC was probably expecting it too. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
That is what we discussed, right? I'm giving you a chance to say, no, Tony, you never fucking said that.
No, we talked about that the box office was going to be good enough that there was a potential run coming. But I don't want to say the but part though, Tony. What do you want me to say? I'm not in it, you guys. That's what
I'll
you.
say, the first but is we got to smash through this supply zone up here.
Yeah.
So we still got 50 cents more to go. And then, it could get interesting like GameStop if it can keep running up. The concerns I have with AMC, it's very early in the quarter, still mediocre to say if those concerns are valid, because who knows how big any of these movies over the next 5 weeks are really going to be. Wicked, Gladiator 2, Moana 2 this weekend. We have Sonic 3 coming up in December and Mufasa, but those are in late December. And if any one of those movies exceeds what we're expecting, then we could have a run up higher than we're expecting. But I get the sense that people are frustrated that AMC is not moving up more based on the box office. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Why is it not moving up more? Because Q1 is looking a little bit weak right now, and the market is thinking beyond just these few weeks. And it's still uncertain in Q4. Right now, it's uncertain. We're hopeful. We're excited. It's uncertain if the box office in Q4 will be enough for AMC to book a profit. I hope it does. I'm going to be doing my part. I went to a movie today, middle of the day. I went to go see Bonhoeffer, Spy, Pastor, Assassin, whatever it's called. Great movie by Angel Studios. I had a bacon brie burger and a Blue Moon at my local AMC dine-in theater. This past weekend, we saw at AMC Gladiator 2 and Wicked, both fantastic movies. I think we both liked Gladiator 2 better. Even my wife, because we're not really familiar with the Wicked musical. But we'll probably go see at least one of those again over the next several weeks. And then Moana 2 is on our schedule. So we're doing our part. I'm hoping you guys are doing your part to make Q4 great for everybody. Revenue is really what matters. Revenue. Buy those concessions, boys and girls.
Eat your pizza at the AMC. Get your AMC pizzas.
But my concern, I'm just going to say my concern. I don't know what's going to happen. My concern would be, I'll do an update for you every weekend. My concern would be right now it's too early to say if the box office is going to be profitable. I hope that it is, but I can't tell you that it's going to be for sure. And for AMC, and Q1 is looking weak. So for me, those are two, you should be cautious. And if it does run for whatever reason, like in sympathy with GameStop, if GameStop crushes up to 40, 50, 60, 70 again, I would expect AMC to run with it. They always do. Be smart. Be smart. And then, yeah, we'll have to see over the next few weeks what other movies drop into Q1. But I am worried about cash burn for Q1, which is my third concern. And I am able to separate my excitement and my happiness over Q4 massive goings on right now, I'm able to separate that happiness and still look at Q1 and say, oh, fuck.
Yep.
Like, it's great to be excited and happy, but if you can't see the oh, fuck coming, then you could be in trouble. That's all I'm saying. And my prayer for the industry is that Mufasa and Sonic 3 are huge hits, and they carry on well into Q1. That will certainly help a lot. And I saw today, Mediocre, that Paddington in Peru, got moved to mid-February from mid-January. And my hope is that it got moved because they wanted to clear space for Mufasa and Sonic 3. That'd be great. That would be great with me. Let's we're still making money, Mediocre, on Smile 2 and what was that robot movie, Wild Robot? The industry's still making money, millions of dollars every week on those movies, and they were months ago. So who knows how long the legs of Sonic 3 and Mufasa could be.
Tony 1320 Wolf wants to know how the option chain looks on AMC.
What do you want to look at?
Me?
No, him. I don't spend a lot of time micro-analyzing AMC's option chain, but let's take a look out a month. The IV's relatively low. Let's go to calls. Open interest on the calls at $5 Mediocre, 39,000, 45,000 at 6, 12,000 at 8, 34,000 at 22. If we go out to mid-January, again, 7, 5, 7, 8, 10. A lot of open interest. 146,000 at 27.
What's next week's looking like?
Next week would be the 6th, right?
Yeah, December 6th.
Nothing.
Yeah.
16,000 at $5 on the calls.
That's why I moved
Why?
on. I said that's why I moved on for now.
Yeah. It's 28 cents to sell a $5 call, Mediocre. But I think with the momentum that we have and GameStop moving up and momentum in the box office, it could go over $5 next week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This weekend's going to be a big weekend for sure. I think people should get out and take advantage of this weekend. Go see a movie.
So the other topic, and maybe I'll do a live stream just on this, but I sent out a tweet today because I'm getting tired of seeing these people tweet out 566 like anything magical is going to happen at 566. And they're doubling down after my tweet, Mediocre.
Really?
If this thing runs to 566, there's going to be a lot of people that have a lot of splaining to do. They are telling folks that there's going to be some automatic conversion at 566 of $400 million of convertible notes, which lenders just took down and have till 2029 for their maturity date. Let me just give you guys a explain like I'm 5 chat about why nothing's likely to happen at 566.
Interest payments.
Does anybody care? Do you guys want to know this? I'm not a bond trader, but I've slept at a Holiday Inn mediocre. I think I can explain it like a 5-year-old. All right. Due to overwhelming request in the chat, just kidding. I'm going to
Yeah.
explain it anyways, because maybe someone will watch this on replay. A convertible note, convertible bond, acts like a bond plus a call option. You guys know how call options work. They have intrinsic value and time value. So you have your regular bond with the conversion feature, which acts like a call option. They have till 2029 to convert. That means that this conversion factor has a lot of time value on it. And because they have the ability to convert at $5.66, as the price of the stock goes up, were it to go up to $6, $7, $8, the price of the bond is going to go up because you can convert and instantly sell it for a massive profit. So the bond price is going to go up. There's Cinemark bonds with a $14.35 convert that are selling right now for $235. The par value is 100. They haven't converted, and you can tell by the price of the bond that it's skyrocketed because Cinemark's price is way above $14. That's how convertible bonds work. As the price of the stock goes up above the conversion price, the price of the bond is going to skyrocket too. So financially, the debt holder is going to be fine holding the bonds. There's no incentive for them to convert until closer to maturity, just like a call option, the time value of that bond will start decaying. And that's when you typically on a convertible note expect to see conversion if price, behaves normally. Now, if the price were to moon, either because of a short squeeze or a FOMO push up way beyond fair value of AMC's stock, then I would expect converts. Let's say it ran up to 20, 30, 40, 50. Everybody with common sense knows that's going to be a temporary run up because nothing's fundamentally changed with AMC. If I was a bondholder with a 566 convert and I got handed a $20 price target or 30 or 40 that I knew was only going to be there for a couple days, I would convert, take the shares, sell them immediately, and pocket massive gains. Because what happens if they do nothing? The price is going to go back down to $5, and they missed a huge window. So there is a scenario where they could convert, but it's not before 2029, but it's not going to be at 566. Anybody got questions? I'm happy to bring one of several bond experts on to explain this in a much more confusing manner, but hopefully I conveyed the general sense of it. There is no wording at all in the documentation and the filings that talks about an automatic convert. I know Adam Aaron said that on that interview. He said the words automatically convert. Those words do not exist in the filings. Go read them yourselves. It says at the option of the debt holder. So this is not a bad thing. It doesn't matter is the whole point. It doesn't matter. AMC got a great interest rate, 6% by offering convertible notes. That is what you should be happy about. Doesn't matter if they convert or not. So what? If they converted 400 million at 566, There'd be 400 less on the balance sheet. The ratios would improve, 24 million or so less in interest per year, and you'd be diluted with millions of more shares. In the long run for the company, that's great. The balance sheet looks a little better, a little bit less interest.
I heard we were breaking records with Adam Aaron's tweeting all these records we've been breaking this weekend.
Yeah, let's move on to that in a second, but I want to make sure I say everything that's bouncing around in my brain about the 566. It would be good for the company, I'm saying, not necessarily for investors. The company is going to have less debt on the balance sheet, better ratios, less interest. Let's say, I don't remember the calculation, $30 million less, whatever. But for investors, it's going to be more dilution because they convert for shares. And at the end of the day, though, there's no financial incentive for them to convert at 566. So I look forward to getting to that day. And I look forward to seeing everybody kind of not ever mention 566 again, because nothing's going to happen. All of a sudden, they'll change the topic. You watch. In the meantime, until then, I don't understand. Like, you're beating the drum, tweeting 566 every day. Why? What's the benefit to anybody of 566? To us as shareholders, there's none. You're trading debt for equity. Again, you're already going to get more debt for equity swaps. That's coming. You don't need to hurry it up and have more. Be happy they got a low interest rate. All right, mediocre. What was the other thing all the Adam Aaron tweets. Man, Adam Aaron was on a freaking tweet storm today.
Yeah, he was. What was up with that?
Mediocre, I guess he's just really excited about all the movies. I mean, there couldn't be any other explanation.
I mean, are we breaking records?
We broke a record on, what was it? The highest pre-Thanksgiving weekend in the company's 104-year history. If you add up tickets, merch, and concessions. I mean, that's cool. That's good. I love to see records broken. And they're telling us, not AMC, but just industry resources that I use, mediocre, telling us that this is going to be, I think if I can quote the IMAX CEO correctly, he said, we're going to melt some fucking faces this weekend. He didn't say it like that. I'm taking liberty with Richard, what's his name? Gilhart, the IMAX CEO. I'm taking liberty with his words. He didn't say melt faces. He said, we're going to fucking break records. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a great weekend, and I hope that the rest of Q4 is solid. The better it is, then the less we got to worry about cash burn. And mediocre, we already have a party scheduled in January. So, box office, don't let us down. We're ready to celebrate with you guys.
Oh, God.
We want to fucking celebrate with you. I already scheduled it. Like, that's how bullish I am. It's already up on my YouTube channel. I put it up there 2 months ago or a month ago. The celebration is planned. Don't let me down, box office. Don't let me down, you moviegoers. A celebration of Q4 2024 beating Q4 2023. That's what we're planning on celebrating. I do not want to be disappointed, so y'all better fucking go to see some movies.
Yes, please. I don't know, man. The box office been worrying me lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of box office mediocre, I got some other good news. Let's make sure we talk about all the good news we can.
Yeah, what good news you got?
Let me get rid of this screen share and bring up the other one. Good news time. More good news. Look at this. Q4, as of yesterday's numbers, they got posted Tuesday. We now are over 1 billion mediocre. That's good news, right?
Yeah.
I got some other good news. Look at these fucking daily numbers. 28 million, 26 million. I mean, those were Friday and Saturday numbers a week ago. 28 million on a Tuesday, 26 million on a Monday. This is incredible. Look at this. Saturday, just 2 weeks ago, we were doing less than that. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, 26, 28 million. I think this is going to be a great week and a great weekend.
Oh, it's just going to be a great weekend for sure. Thanksgiving weekend usually is, because people all got the time off. They want to hang out with family, get out there, go to the movies. I encourage you guys to do it as well, but I don't know. I mean, we need box office numbers for sure.
So do your part if you care. And there are good movies, you know. We're not just shilling crap movies here. 1320 Wolf says, I want some good movies to go to. Any recommendations for a middle-aged dude? Yes. I'll tell you what I liked. And I don't know. Well, I put out reviews. Honora is good for a middle-aged dude. Honora is kind of like, it's kind of like a mix between, what did I say, The Hangover and Pretty Woman. Honora is good.
Oh yeah, it was about that Russian.
The son of a Russian gangster elopes with a Russian American stripper.
Yeah.
Now, again, guys, if a young, beautiful Russian stripper in full nudity and gratuitous sex scenes is offensive to you, do not go see Honora, because you're going to be upset at how much gratuitous sex and nudity are in that movie. I'm just going to put that warning out there. But the movie is funny. It's got some good action. I liked it. My wife liked it too. She was always like, do you ever date a girl mediocre that wanted to see if you were closing your eyes if there was a naked girl on the screen?
No, back when I was in high school.
Yeah, kick those bitches to the curb, man. You need one that
I'm not
actually
closing my fucking eyes.
you need one that's got some confidence. Bonhoeffer is good for middle-aged dudes. I saw this one today. This is the story of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a real person, pastor in the German Lutheran Church in the times of Hitler's rise to power, and his personal mission to not let the church fall to Hitler, and to save people that were being rounded up and sent to concentration camps, and to let the world know what was really going on in Germany. This is, again, by Angel Studios. That was a good movie. Red One I enjoyed. It's just like what I call a bubblegum movie. It's a fun holiday movie. Nothing too serious. It had its good moments. Gladiator 2, probably my favorite of all the ones out right now. Heretic was excellent. Smile 2, one of the best in my view, horror movies out right now, if you can still catch it. And then Wicked, I mean, unless you're into theater or musicals for a single dude, middle age, maybe not a great movie, but if you like movies and you like musicals, I thought Ariana Grande was excellent. The movie itself was fantastic. The songs are kind of catchy. I felt bad that I didn't know any of them, but it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long, mediocre.
That's a long movie.
That is a long movie, and this is part 1. But on the other hand, if it does really good, we can look forward to a part 2. So I like that. And I like that people like it. I'll tell you what, when I was at the movie today at noon, mediocre, it was packed with kids and families and parents with gaggles of kids. I saw behind the concessions, they were loading up carts with popcorn bags to take into the theater. Not just someone carrying a tray. I'm talking literal push carts.
That's good.
Yes.
Eat the popcorn. That's what we make our
On
money, Tony.
noon on a Wednesday. Things I've never seen before.
The markup.
People are going to see these
good.
movies. And then, so we're going to go see still Moana 2. We haven't seen that one. And the best Christmas pageant ever. Those are the two on our list.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
That's me doing my part over the next 4 days. And if you ever want to see what I think about a movie, I post them in my community tab on YouTube and on my Twitter. And I if I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. All right, Hawkeye had a question. He said, hypothetically, is the naked shorting theory, if the naked shorting theory were to be true and Gary Gensler is allowing it to go on, how long after the January 20th Trump goes in office would it take for the new SEC leader to clean house? I'm the wrong person to ask about that, Hawkeye. Because you're asking me to comment on a hypothetical I don't believe in. Look, the short interest is the short interest. There are plenty of ways that they could take a short position on the stock that are not naked shorts. Shorts must be reported. If they don't want them to be reported, they could go short a ETF. They could do swaps, which are off the books bets. You know, you could do swaps, right? A swap is just it's a side bet. Institution could go do a swap with a bank. Just, I mean, what was that movie, Mediocre, with
about the
the dude
crash?
that made a fuck ton of money betting on the mortgage-backed securities?
Yeah. That's
He's just taking
Barry.
swaps.
Is his name something Barry?
Yeah,
Michael Barry.
You could, anybody could just, any institution could go take a side bet with swaps and bet on the price direction of AMC. There's a lot of ways they could be short, but I think that the short interest is the short interest. Day to day, shorts come in and out of plays. I mean, if you watch any day traders, if you know anything about high-speed trading, just watch some YouTubers that do day trading. Now imagine that multiplied times tens of millions of dollars from a high-speed trading firm. There's people going in and shorting over and over and over every few seconds. They don't need to carry the short.
Big Short, Tony.
Huh?
The movie was called The Big Short.
Yeah, The Big Short. Thank you. Michael Berry. Great movie.
Thank you, Jim.
They can short the stock. They can drive it down. They don't need to carry the short. And even if they did want to carry it, there are plenty of ways they could do it without being detected by us, including shorting other things like ETFs or just taking swaps. I don't really worry about that anymore because what has it gotten me over the last 3 years worrying about that, Mediocre?
I mean, Tony, I don't believe. I don't know what to tell you. I don't believe none of that stuff. You know, like how some people have way more hopium than I do. You know,
I will tell you guys what, if there is whether it's a FOMO run up or a short squeeze run up, whatever the ticker, I can jump in a couple seconds. I don't need to ride a stock down 90%.
I'll just tell you guys,
clinging to a theory that I can't prove to you.
I try not to hold anything. Period. Nothing. For a period of time. I try to be in and out and move on to the next play. That's just what I like to do. After the whole time with AMC, I like AMC, don't get me wrong. I want them to succeed. I want all of you guys to succeed, right? I'm on your side. That's why I still talk about it. I still cover it. I still play it occasionally. Less so now.
Go ahead.
I was going to say less so now because of the past earnings calls. Why I'm not really interested in it at the moment, but I will be more interested in it next year. I know I will be. So, but that's
I
just
will be more interested in it mediocre when I can get a really good sense of what Q1 is going to be. Right now, Q1 scares me to death.
yeah.
And it scares me because let's say the box office in Q1 is 1.8 billion. What is that going to mean to AMC? It's going to mean a massive cash burn.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to need to see a boatload of cash come in Q4.
Yep.
And we're 5 weeks away from me telling you that a boatload of cash came in. Right now I'm like thinking it's going to be pretty close to break even. But we need $2.93 billion. Maybe I don't know, mediocre. This is so early and so difficult to say because IMAX, all these movies, if people are seeing them in IMAX, Wicked, Gladiator 2, and I do spot checks just like you guys do, the IMAX theaters have been packed. That's good for AMC too.
Yeah.
That's a higher ticket price. And it's more seats. So I don't have a good sense of exactly how the next 4 months are going to play out. I'm not just focusing on the next 5 weeks. I'm thinking 3 months after that too. And it's a lot of risk to weigh. And I don't care what y'all do. Everybody's got their own risk tolerance. But I am concerned, like if Q1 is weak, we better blow it out right now, or I'm worried that AMC might want to raise cash.
But they want to raise cash anyways, Tony, because they want to upgrade theaters.
And they have debt to pay off, mediocre.
Exactly. So either way,
We can't escape that uncomfortable truth.
right.
And they tell us in every 10Q that they and in every call that one of their primary missions is to repair the balance sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're listening to what they're saying, I think the game plan is very clear. It's just the timing is unclear. They're not going to telegraph the timing.
So I don't know. I'm playing it safe. That's all I know.
Hang on. I think my wife is texting me.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my wife to get back so I can help her do what we need to do for the Thanksgiving tomorrow.
She stopped by the grocery store, mediocre.
Was she getting some turnip, Tony?
I'm pretty sure she's probably getting something for the rabbits.
Here's my wife now.
Bullish says, tell Chris from New York to do an AMC hot dog review. All right. I will send him a note. Thank you, Bullish. Do you guys have any other questions about box office? I mean, it's looking fantastic. I am praying and hoping that this, I started this quarter saying 2.4 to 2.6 billion, and then I upped it to 2.5 to 2.7 billion. And now I'm a little bit less certain about that, but I hope that we fall somewhere in that range for Q4. At the percentage of box office AMC got last quarter in Q3, they're going to need 2.8 billion to break even. 2.8 billion domestic box office. If they increase their market share, and maybe they will because it's a lot of IMAX, so let's think positive for a second. If they increase their take of the total box office, you will need less than 2.8 billion to break even. I'll do my spreadsheet probably around January 2nd once we have the full Q4 box office, and that's something we need to think about. If it's heavily weighted towards IMAX this last 5 weeks. I think that works to AMC's favor. Manicio says, I think Nosferatu is going to do good. I got some updated numbers on Nosferatu. Hang on one second. I'll pull them up. There were several movies in December that I got updated numbers on, and I increased some of my movie numbers and I decreased some. Let me see what I have for Nosferatu, and I'll share this screen with you guys. This is not any secret DD. Q4 2024 movies. So let me make this full screen. All right. This column is what I forecast before the quarter started. And this is the actual. So if it's green, then it beat my forecast, which is good. If it's pink, then it failed to meet the forecast. Luckily, we have a lot more green than pink on here as we move down through to where we're at right now. This one really, Elevation just fell off the map. Overlord, nobody went to go see that. Here, Tom Hanks, nobody went to go see that. It's already gone. Elevation's gone. Red One, I think, has a chance of meeting my goal. I haven't filled it in yet because it's not done showing yet. Wicked, I have at 350 million. Let's see. How much has Wicked done so far? It's done 144 million. So we got a shot of doing 350 for Wicked, maybe blowing that away. That'd be cool with me. Gladiator, I had at 150. As of Sunday, it had done 56. Where is it at? As of today, 67. So I think my estimate is fair. Maybe we'll beat it. That'd be cool with me. I had a much higher number. I lowered it this weekend for Gladiator. Bonhoeffer, Moana 2, I have at 325. I got a lot of hopes pinned on Moana 2. It's got to be big. And then Lord of the Rings, I lowered my number. I think I had 75 on there. I lowered it to 49. I lowered my number for Craven. I'd love to see them beat 45, 50 million, but I don't know. Based on early whisper numbers coming in, I lowered my estimate. Just in the interest of me keeping my forecast as accurate as I can. Mufasa, I have at 305, but we only get 10 days of it. So what? That's how many weekends? 2 weekends? December 20th. Yeah, 2 weekends. We could get 200 million on that. And Sonic, some people think that I'm underestimating it, but I think I'm going to be close to spot on. And let's say we get 65, 75 million on it, maybe 100 before the end of Q4. That's going to bring us somewhere. I mean, this number's, I have 2.1 on the far right. I was trying to add up if every movie. Oh no, this is not right because I haven't. Oh yeah, I did. I downrated Mufasa and Sonic for how much they would bring in December. Wicked. Oh, I know. Let me look at these numbers again. Anyways, I'll do another recap on Monday after we get this weekend in. I'm just a little bit worried that we're not going to hit the 2.5 to 2.7, but I'd love it if we did.
I hope so, but we'll see what happens. Sorry, my kid showed up. And I
Oh,
thought,
no
it was,
worries.
thought it was the wife. I promised I'd help her when she gets in. So
Carlos says, when will the hemp popcorn be here? I want to know when the damn kettle corn is going to be here. I have not tried the cinnamon butter yet, mediocre. I went on Amazon to look at it. I didn't see it. Have you guys found it on Amazon yet or Walmart?
I haven't seen any of it, but I don't go shopping, Tony.
I'm the whole thought of cinnamon butter popcorn seems a little odd to me, but I'm gonna try it. 1320 Wolf, thanks for stopping in. He says I'm putting money on AMC after the option buyer gets discounted by Tuesday. AMC will run and squeeze out some of those weak short sellers. I hope so. I hope so.
Good luck.
I do have
I
some
hope you
calls.
succeed in
I
your
have some calls
mission.
on AMC too. Just a handful. I'm managing my risk, but you know, if it starts running, I will add shares or add calls. I'm in a very risk averse position on GameStop because it's getting overvalued, but on the other hand, it could run. So I'm on the fence. And by risk averse I mean I'm not loading my entire portfolio in GameStop. And by the same token, with AMC, if it runs up, I'll make some money on it. But I'm not loading the boat right now. Foolish Citizen says he said he knew you in one of his videos, so I was just saying hello. You're talking about the hot dog guy in New York. What's his name again? God damn it.
I don't know. Is he a YouTuber?
Yeah. Chris. Chris is his name. New York City what's his channel name? New York City Hot Dog Reviews. Anyways, yeah, Chris used to be a frequent commenter on this channel. Let me look up his Chris New York City Hot Dog Stands, I think is what it's called. I'm going to drop a link. Chris New York City Hot Dog. He's a good dude. I have never met him in person. I'll drop a link to his channel in the chat here if you guys want to check him out. I don't know him personally. However, if you guys are familiar with my channel, my son is studying for his master's. He's in a 5-year program to get his degree in finance and accounting. And he's been doing a couple of summer internships as college students do. And he was in New York last summer. And I told him to give Chris a call and, you know, have him show you around to some hot dog stands. So they actually met. And if you look up in Chris's channel, you can find the interview with my son.
Nice.
Now, some people took that to say Tony's son works for a hedge fund. This is how kooky some of these dipshits are out there, mediocre.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me. I know. You know.
My son's literally in college.
Take
Still
it
got
from
a
me.
year to go. He's not working for anybody. He was in New York working for a real estate company, not a hedge fund. Dummies.
I'm a trust fund baby, Tony. Didn't you know
And
that?
the follow on to that, mediocre, was my son works for a hedge fund and he's feeding me talking points.
I can't believe they call me a trust fund baby. I don't fucking get it.
But I check out Chris's hot dog stand reviews from time to time. Next time I'm in New York, I'm definitely going to go do some hot dog reviews with Chris. He seems like a good dude.
I just don't understand why they just attack us. Why can't they just mind their own? Like
Because we explained Mediocre why the company needed to raise money.
just
That made them angry. Very, very angry at you. Yeah. How dare you explain why the company needs money? Let them go bankrupt or give me a short squeeze. Okay, I get it. I wanted a short squeeze too, but
wish it was that easy.
I
though,
also
Johnny.
didn't want bankruptcy because then I got to talk to millions of people that got wiped out to zero versus 5 idiots in the popcorn project gang.
Oh,
You know, I don't want to see millions of people get wiped to zero because you guys believe in some fantasy about naked shorts. Adam told you in a airport surreptitiously recorded video that you're full of shit. I mean, he told you in his own words. He's tweeted the same thing. There are no naked shorts. If you want to keep on believing something, despite how many people tell you it doesn't exist, then you do what you want. But you're going to have a hard time understanding why the company is doing what they're doing if you're living in fantasy world. They're raising money because they're not making a profit and they're trying to avoid bankruptcy. It's been in every 10Q since 2020 what their plan was, but you didn't read.
What's Diane Garrett's line?
They're going to de-risk the balance sheet. Diane says we're going to de-risk the balance sheet. Adam says we're going to tap the equity markets. What they're trying to tell you is they're going to keep diluting until they're making money. Pay fucking attention. You don't have to get mad. There's nothing criminal going on. Everything they're doing is fully disclosed in every 10Q. But you create a fantasy in your head and then call them criminals. I can't help you at that point.
I mean, you got to read and comprehend what you're reading, right?
Mediocre, I've heard some of them say I didn't have time to read. Okay, then you just admitted you spent money on something that you didn't do your own due diligence on. What do we always say? Do your own DD. Do
Yep.
not spend money on something, a speculative play that you can't afford to lose. No one should be emotional about this play. If you're emotional about it, you overcommitted to a speculative money-losing company. I was right there with you, hoping for a short squeeze.
I wanted a short squeeze too.
But then things changed. They started running low on cash. They started telling you very clearly, we're going to need to raise money. I mean, we started covering the financials and pointing out the trajectory is not going the right way. They're headed to bankruptcy if they're not allowed to raise money. I mean, for the people that decided to stay in, that would be a horrible outcome. I know it's not pleasing right now, but at least they're not bankrupt, and you're probably a year away from a really good box office year. And then I think if the company can post positive earnings, you see the price reset to something based off of real positive earnings. Right now, we're kind of in no man's land to assign a valuation because they're still losing money on an annual basis.
Yep.
Saman says, why there are 8,000 stocks? Why are you talking about GME and AMC if not interested, holding or not buying? Blocked. Well, let me do you the favor right back, dipshit. I'm going to block you too. Because, dummy, we trade the stocks. You know how much money I've made on AMC and GameStop just this year? Saman? Do you not read my tweets? Check my community tab? What did I make in May mediocre? Over 1,000% gain on AMC.
Yeah.
Hello, wake the fuck up.
My account in the past 6 months is up over 115% gain.
I'm just talking AMC and GameStop alone. He asked, why are you talking about them? Because I fucking trade them, dummy. I've been making money on GameStop for 2 years. How? By not listening to stupid YouTubers that tell you buy every day and never sell. I buy when it's cheap, I sell when it moves up. I understand the fair value of the stock. I understand when it's getting overvalued and I sell. And then I wait for it to come back down. It's really not complicated. You can't do that if you don't understand the company. So that's why I talk about them. That's why I pay attention to them. AMC is a fantastic play.
I trade them, and I have friends who are in it.
We have friends that are in it, and we have friends. How much mediocre? What's the most money you've helped someone recover that they were down on AMC this year?
Oh, I mean, they had over a $50 average, and they're down to 18 average or something like that.
And that was not just by buying a shit ton more and cost averaging down, right?
No, they worked that.
We talk to people to repair their cost average, and we're not sitting there telling them buy every day and lower your cost average. We give you active strategies that you can consider. We don't tell anybody what to do. If you want to actually take charge instead of sit there like a fucking victim and wait for the next dilution or the next short wave to come in, there's a lot of people for years that I care about that were stuck in this play. I was fortunate, I made a fuck ton of money on AMC before I ever started YouTubing because I did not listen to Matt and Trey. I had a bunch of call options and I sold them as it ran up. Anya says, I'm glad I held on to SoFi. I started selling a little today. Anya, you are good at taking a little more risk than me, and you got rewarded for it. Congratulations. I sold my SoFi too early. I was happy with the gains I got. And congrats to you. Doge to $1, Mikey says, maybe if Bitcoin keeps moving up.
Keep on moving. I mean, I'm thinking about getting in a little bit of Bitcoin. I'm waiting.
Why did you? It fell like to 91 and change recently, mediocre, if I'm not mistaken. In the past couple.
But I got to pull some money out of my brokerage and move it to another brokerage to trade it.
90.7.
I have a hard time because you know me, I like to work my money.
My friend that we had on here a couple of months ago, the Crypto Cowboy, I don't know if you guys remember him. We probably should have him on again. He has been banking sick money, mediocre. Because he's been buying Bitcoin and MicroStrategy for years and years and years. He's got a low cost average on everything. And he finally listened to me about selling covered calls. He made $35,000 in one day selling covered calls on MSTR.
That's smart.
That's not even counting all of the gains he has on the massive run up in the price of everything. $35,000 in a day. $750 strike.
I like it.
He has no idea what he's doing. I'm trying to. You want some help? Like, talk to me before you do something. I'm glad you finally listened about selling covered calls, but like, let's walk you through a few more steps.
Yeah.
But he came out okay.
I'm trying to teach a couple of my cousins and stuff like that. Show them a little bit what I know. We'll see if they listen or not. Everybody gets so busy in their own lives that they don't really, they don't take it serious or whatever. And I think that's
Take what part serious?
the market in general.
Oh,
If you
it
talk
is
to
tough. I mean, it's tough to day trade or swing trade unless you can sit here like I do all day.
but you have to be willing to learn, Tony. And
You
that
mean you
takes
can't
time.
just like assume you know an algo is going to repeat and then just make your bets based on that?
No.
Why not? Come on, mediocre. I was told the algos are programmed to repeat.
Because algos change all the time.
Why do they change all the time?
Because
You're telling me
algos,
they have thousands of inputs and they're
yeah,
affected by both the
right.
market and global economics and
When news
government
drops,
decisions?
the algo knows the goddamn news drops. It reads the article before you can even read the
You
first
mean the
line.
algo can't predict the news 12 months in advance?
No.
Come on.
You make me laugh.
OTF, what's up? He says Amazon calls for December 6th, strike 210 and 215 before market close. Thank me later. Let me pull up the old Amazon chart. How you been, OTF? You keeping your boy over there in California in control? AMZN.
What's up, OTF? How you been? Man.
12, 6, 210, and 215. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If they have good news, I could see that being a decent play. If fucking Russia doesn't nuke everybody. Any other questions, guys? I don't want to be on here all night. This was just kind of a quickie since we hadn't seen y'all in a while since the election.
And we wanted to just say happy Thanksgiving. I got to go help the wife get her fixings ready for tomorrow.
You said you were going to sing the Adam Sandler turkey song for us.
Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat turkey in a big brown shoe. That's as much as you're gonna get out of me.
I forget all the words, but that guy cracks me up.
Adam Sandler is a funny man. I like it. Oh man.
Six Son, what's up? He says, hop on the XLM and XRP train before it's too late. Lou was finally right about something, Six Son, huh? I'll give him that. I never really, I let him have his thing with XLM and XRP. I didn't bother him too much on that. In fact, I don't think I bothered him at all on that. Because we were in a low time of the crypto market when he was talking about it. It was reasonable that if Bitcoin ever took off, that they would go up a little bit. I think he had $1,000 price target, which seems a little bit high. But I'm glad people are finally making money on that if they bought the dips. Mediocre, I haven't eaten since that bacon brie burger at AMC at noon today. It's 9 o'clock here. That was literally my only food all day. So I need to, and I've had 2 beers now, so I need to eat something before it gets too late.
Let's wrap this stuff up. I'm hungry myself.
My goals, for this channel over the weekend, I want to finish doing the Archer deep dive and get a video out on Archer. I did a video on Joby before. I want to refresh the DD on Joby. Over the weekend, I'm sure, after tomorrow, and well, we still got Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, we'll be looking at new plays for next week. We don't, there's no limit on the tickers that we look at. We look at everything. So I'll post those in the Discord, hopefully Sunday night, whatever we find that looks promising. So you guys can put your own eyeballs on it, make up your own minds. I don't tell anybody what to do in the Discord. It's not a call out like everybody pile in this and let's drive it up. I just say, here's what we found. Here's why we like it. Here's the risk. Make up your own fucking minds. You own your own decisions. Joby, Archer. Oh, and I'm going to do a video on good faith violations. And if people really piss me off about 566, I'm going to do a video on 566, and I'm going to embarrass some fools. I'm going to embarrass you. Don't test me.
But make my screen big real quick. But all of you, enjoy your turkey. Enjoy the turkey. Well, eat pizza, the turkey says. But if you're going to eat the turkey, enjoy it. Happy Thanksgiving. That's all I want to say.
Jay says, are we getting a tier list video at the end of the year for every movie you've seen? That's a good idea. I've been talking to Mediocre about doing a tier list, some food tier list videos just for fun, just for hanging out and cracking up. But I like that idea, a tier list video on all the movies. Anya says, do you think drone stocks are still high? Absolutely. I couldn't tell you which one is the best one right now, Anya. But remember, I tried to get in the drone industry for a while. Once I left my other corporate job and I took a couple of years off, I was like, maybe I'll go be an engineering manager at a drone company here in Austin. And I sent my cover letter with the wrong company's name on the cover letter. And a hiring manager wrote me back and he said, good luck with your application at XYZ company. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, man. Anyways, that ended my potential in the drone career. Anya, now I'm just stuck with investing in drone companies. Jim says, tonight is the pizza night. I have, what did I make? I made some pasta with turkey meat. My wife bought it. Don't hate. I'm a beef guy. Give me that 70-10 or 80-20 ground beef, Mediocre. She bought some turkey and I didn't grind it up. I cooked it up and put it in some pasta with cheese sauce. So I have that and some roasted fresh Brussels sprouts. So that is my leftovers for tonight. And then we'll get into the turkey stuff tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a good meal planned with family and friends. If not, order in and enjoy. Get some pizza like Mediocre said.
No, you can't get pizza on Thanksgiving.
Well, you can at the grocery store.
Yep, you can get a DiGiorno.
I like the rising crust pizza. The DiGiorno rising crust is pretty good, Mediocre.
Or you can get Chinese food. Yep.
Rah, 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 rah. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
Oh, man.
All right, Anya, I'll check that out. PRZO, drone parachutes. All right, guys. Hopefully you learned something tonight. I know there's a lot of controversial stuff going on. We want to see all these Memestock tickers run up like you guys do. Believe me. Like I said, I have some call options on both AMC and GameStop. But I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. I am heavily managing my risk.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you do with your stock. I've never told you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I talk about what I'm going to do and what I'm seeing in the data. And right now, the data is telling me it's time to be cautious in both. But I will hope for the best, and I'm positioned if the best happens. But I'm not going to cry if the best doesn't happen. If they either one or both tank in the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be just fine. All right. We will be back with you guys probably not tomorrow, but later in the weekend. Mediocre, are you going to be around?
Yeah, I'll be around.
All right.
I got to work on some plays for next week. I need to make some money, Tony.
You about tapped out on your maximum allowed of making money this year.
Hell no.
All right, let me find some music, our 60-second outro, and we're gonna let you guys go to enjoy your evening. Where the
Happy
frick
Thanksgiving.
is-
Good night.
Have a good night, guys. We love you. Peace out. Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast.